Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this Friday morning, wrapping up a good week, good guests, and some good video. The same thing coming up next week. Let's get started with our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning and Drew Pollard, a hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. I want to say a special good morning to Houston Taylor and Johnny Taylor. Bob Thomas told me that Johnny goes over to Dad's house, Houston, and they sit and watch Panhandle Outdoors together every morning. So in honor of that, I've got a cup of coffee. I've never drank coffee during the show, never, on all the 4,500 shows, whatever. But I got a cup of coffee I'm going to drink with you guys this morning. So I appreciate y'all doing that every morning. And Houston is a legendary fisherman, amazing story for the fish he is caught. Okay, let's take a look at the high today, 86, low 71, water temperature 87. Take a look at our river reading brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Looking at the Apalachicola, Brunstown is at an even 4 foot. Still got a little bit of a drop, slight steady drop. Looking at the Choctaw Carabelle, 1.4. It did bump up just a hair like we had anticipated. We had a little bit of rain, but not a lot of action going on. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We ain't got no tide today, folks, which is interpreted to be called neap tides. Nothing going on, and got maybe for the next week. Next weekend is going to be some good tides. So if you're tide fishing, we've got a big tournament tomorrow. You're going to be a challenge. So you got to just do the best you can. Our fishing game time today brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're going at 6:52 to 8:52 this morning, 7:18 to 9:18 tonight, and the wind's going to be coming northwest at about 5 to 10. A little bit of that cool air feeling good to us. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at, we've talked for the last month or so about the scallop situation, and we're talking about the problems we're having. Well, I sat down last night, I came up with a scallop solution. This is going to wrap up my scallop talks for the year, and we'll talk more about it when the FWC meets. But here's what I'm going to propose to them, okay? This is the Panhandle Outdoors, and I got to use my doodle buddy last night. I hadn't used this in a while, so scallop solution proposal. This is what now listen, the chances are they may even try to close the season, so I'm trying to avoid the season being closed. So this is a drastic change from what we're doing now, but this is sort of a medium line. It's not bad when you think about it. I know it's going to shock some of y'all. You're going to be against doing it. So here it is. Number one, cut the limit from 2 gallons to 1 gallon. Now we can all do that, and it'll still be a good mess. It'll still be a good mess if you got some people in the boat, a group of people, big family or something. Just get 1 gallon or 5 gallon bucket for the boat. So that would work good. Okay, so that's not that hard. But here's the one that's going to be hard. Have a 2-week season centered around Labor Day. Do 1 week before Labor Day and 1 week after Labor Day. Now stop and think about that. So that's about a 16-day season, 15, 16-day season, if you sort of extend it with the Saturdays and Sundays, both weekends and Labor Day weekend. So that's something I've thought long and hard about, and they may or may not take my proposal, but I'm certainly going to propose it. I'd like some feedback from y'all on some of the things, because the gallon cutting the limit came from one of the viewers. Y'all were talking about doing that, and I really hadn't given it much thought to. One of y'all mentioned it. So definitely something's going to have to be done, as we talked about before. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but we've talked about it a lot. Okay, got a quick set of pictures here real quick. With this red snapper going on every weekend. At Mexico Beach, they're going to have a Tennessee Chuck Red Snapper Invitational October 14th. So I'll give you more details, but it is October 14th. You want to put it on your calendar. There's Mitch and Tennessee Chuck, legendary. Mark Deaton sent this to Winston Chester. The Bayhigh Bass Fishing, the Bayhigh Wrestling Team is having a bass fishing tournament, and they raised it. They can give $3,000 for first place. Folks, that's a good deal. And he wanted me to just be sure to put it on, and we'll tell you more about the details and all, but go ahead and start finding you some bass fishing places. Early duck season tomorrow. I just want to put this up to remind you, these decoys, these wings actually flapping. It sort of flaps in the wings, so they look really alive. It's amazing at how they've advanced on decoys over the years. Son-in-law Walter Woodrick sent this down here in Port St. Joe. He said, Derek Carlson, who started to help a little bit with cast and call outdoors, he found one of the golden scallops. We were wondering about if anybody found a golden scallop. And here it is. Derek Carlson and family from Lynn Haven were the first to find a golden scallop. They won $100. So good job, the Carlson family. Thanks, Walter, for sending that. Okay, about 2-3 weeks on a Thursday, October 5th, will be the Panhandle Branch 4th Annual Sportsman Banquet. I've already set my calendar. I'm going to be in town then, and I'm going to plan on going to that. Okay, so here's the details here. It's going to be Thursday, October 23rd. Raise event. Portion of money goes toward first-time hunters, local hunts. Donations are tax deductible. Be there at the Shriners place there at the Shriners. Okay, got that. Real quick, I'm going to talk about this during our fishing report. It's just starting this week. Troy Adams caught some Spanish mackerel off the pier, the M.B. Miller Pier. That's a good sign right there. Jennifer Wilson Kappelman, Bill Kappelman's wife. This is Howell Montgomery, former Bluntstown standout FSU player. He and Bill Kappelman doing a lot of fishing. Howell, that is a fine bass up there on the river. Howell Montgomery. Don't forget now, go by this afternoon will be the registration, okay, from 3 to 6 at Sunjammers, and the weigh-in tomorrow at 3 p.m. I will definitely be at the weigh-in. I'm going to try to run by the registration if I get my schedule straightened out. So y'all run by there and get some tickets and all. Okay, so that catches up with our. I do want to give a shout out. Let me go and talk about them. The Lynn Haven. I'm sorry. We're going to take a break while I set this up. So let me get my coffee. We'll take a break and be right back. Welcome back. As we've talked about before, 99.5% of things we show on you are local Panhandle outdoor stuff here in Panhandle from you or something I do. On occasion, once or twice a week, I like to run across something that just great photography or really unusual situations and share with you from around. This guy named Mark Smith Photography. I've run across him. I know some of y'all have. He just takes some remarkable outdoor video and pictures and all. And I want to show. I've got a couple set up. I want to see if I can get it going now. This is let's see, get this one going. Okay, this is. Let me see. I had it all set up during the break. What do you think, Jeff? Think I need to go back? All right, here we go. So this is a sand crab, okay, and he's getting this little baby turtle. And Mark, he does a comment on it. He's capturing. Look how, isn't this amazing? Is this nature? Pure nature. He's taking it off. Mark actually sat down the camera, shut the camera, sat down on the sand, and ran back and actually let's play it again. He runs up there and grabs it. He actually ran back up there and saved the turtle. You're talking about that. And turtle, you see, trying to get away. Okay, we got that one. Little sand crab. That thing's bigger than he is. He got a lot of legs. He used all those legs. Anyway, so let me go. Okay, I'm gonna set up and go to another one. He has several in here. Okay, this is one right here too. Let me see. All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this eagle. Is this not amazing photography? I mean, look at that. That's just spectacular. Boom. And he grabs his food. Okay. And I'm going to set up one more, Jeff. Let me see. Go back. He had another one. The osprey. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can get osprey set up. Okay. He's actually talking to this one. Okay. Watch this osprey. boom. I mean, there's water, everything's slow motion and all. National Geographic used to do stuff like this, and I first saw it, but in Mark Smith Photography. Is that not cool? Okay, I'm sorry, this is juvenile bald eagle. I can't find the osprey. Okay, all right. So let me. There's the osprey. I showed, but we're going to move on. I'll show you some other stuff on the osprey later. I want to give a big shout out to the Liberty County anglers. Okay, right here. They were down there, went to Palatka, and they competed the first tournament all season. Blaine Davis and Bo Pearson finished in second place. There's some other names there. Ridge Faircloth, Shalf Foran. I know that some of those families. Here's some pictures right there going down there to Palatka. Check these boys out. All right. You Liberty County anglers, I got to give a shout out to the folks and parents and the sponsors that help organize that. See all these sponsors on the shirts and all. Look at there. Them happy boys. Now, would you rather them doing this kind of stuff or be at home on the phone? Click, click, click. Roberts and Roberts, I know they're a big sponsor. A lot of big sponsors there. Now, my nephew's not been able to do it this year. This is, let me see. Right here, this is second place, Blaine Davis and Bo Pearson. Congratulations, boys. And this is the high school, seventh place in the high school, Ridge Faircloth and Shalf Foran. Okay. I want to give a shout out to them. So, okay, so that's good stuff there. I want to talk about some cool stuff going on. I'm good. This situation here, I don't have time to go in a lot of detail with it. This lady, let's see. I'm gonna wait off and till I can get this full story on it. So we'll just talk a few minutes. One of the things, because this fall getting set up and everything, the big deal on the fall fishing is just make sure that you get out there. I know it sounds crazy, but we get so busy. Next Monday, my guest on the show is going to be Jerry Forehand, and Jerry's one of these guys around my age, and he just all his life he just gets out there on a regular basis, and he's constantly sending me some of the things he shares, and he'll catch them and share the fish with different people, and he does the crabbing, the fishing, the frog gigging, the freshwater, the saltwater, does a little bit of all. So there's a cast net, and I want to talk about this during the fish report. There was Spanish mackerel you saw off the bridge. I ran into some people 2 days ago. They're catching fish off the bridges and they're catching fish off the pier now, and all because of the situation there. But because of the water temperature and all. I can't find the lady I want to talk about. She got rescued by the FWC, and she got to meet the folks and everything. Oh, here it is right here. We'll go and show this, Jeff. I just sort of, basically August 11th, they responded to a call, a missing person near the Destin Pass. So what a wave had struck a personal watercraft. Had 2 people on board, and the kill switch was attached. The 2 were separated in water. They were ejected. A Good Samaritan boater rescued a passenger, but they couldn't find the search for the operator, Donnell Hendricks of Gulf Shores. A 3-hour search, and all kind of people, and FWC pilots got out there. They spotted Hendricks, folks, 2.6 miles offshore, and Tober guided Officer Brooks and Pritchard to the location. That literally saved her life. She was okay when the officer found her. She was pretty coherent. So eventually they drifted toward her. And Hendricks, she got to meet him on September the 6th. So anyway, here's the pictures of them. And this is from the Pensacola paper. Okay, this is when they actually got the boats out there. Out there, this is a helicopter above. Here she is hugging the FWC folks and meeting with the different guys. That's the 2 people. Like I say, they were one of them. The passenger was rescued, and the other, with the pilot and the FWC officers, were able to rescue her. So that is the situation there. It's a scary situation. One more picture here. Here she is, FWC, and that's definitely, she was 2.6 miles. Again, that goes to show you how have that current move so fast in less than in about 2 hours. She was over 2.6 miles out there. So they were lucky to get her, and she was lucky to be rescued, and we're very thankful for that. Okay, let's get ready for our Friday drawing. We're going to add some names. Mateo Acock, Lee County, Georgia. Okay, watching on YouTube there. Debbie Burlew, St. Joe Beach, and also Frank. We've got to get together on those caps. We've got to get you some caps. They want some caps, and we'll see what we can do. All right. I also have some coffee cups, but I'm out of coffee now. But anyway, we'll draw for the $20 gift certificate. And the winner, there's a clump of them I stirred up. I'm going to stir it a little bit longer today. Okay, here we go. There's a clump of them in there all together. All right, that's probably you that fell out. All right, here we go. The winner of $20 gift certificate from Lynn Haven, Mike Pleasure. All right, Mike Pleasure. Watch this show every morning. Let's go, Mike. And then we're looking at the big red snapper. I'm going way to the bottom on this one, way bottom. We're looking at from Freeport, Joan Moore. A lot of good viewers over in Freeport. Man, that Freeport area, we're talking about St. Joe growing, so is that Freeport area, just boom, and folks all throughout a Panhandle. Remember, don't sell your farm to developers. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to the famous Friday fishing forecast. Got a lot of information. I'm looking here on the screen. That's about our viewing area. And we're in the heart of the Panhandle, and we talk about it a lot. But this is about what we cover. But we also get a lot of YouTube viewers, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Sit down last night, as always, I just composed the Friday report. I enjoy doing it, and because I get to hear from so many people, and then I get the information. The first thing I wrote down, of course, the pier. You saw those Spanish mackerel. That's a significant sign, folks, when those Spanish start moving. They're really the bellwether as far as the fish moving in or the Spanish. So what they're doing now, they're moving. So they're catching them on a bubble rig with a straw. The bubble float with a straw rig. And we've talked about that before. Just the different colors. They're gonna hit the colors. And we'll take kids out there. That's a fun time to catch fish with the Spanish mackerel with the kids and all. So I look on these fishing pages, and I can't help but just sometimes just chuckle out loud and say, "Gail, look at this." And she's sitting over there next to me, and the people, there's all kind of people on there. And the guy had a picture of a bunch of little chofas, but he didn't know what they were, so he takes a picture and puts them on the page. Oh, what are these fish? What are they good to eat? So this is the kind of people we deal with. We just got to help educate them and tell them that pinfish are not good to eat. So I get a chuckle for some naive post on there. I wrote down cast net, the mullet started to move. I seen something jumping out there in front of my house just a little bit. Water temperatures are going down, so in the bay they're going to start getting together, like we talk about. So cast netting is right around the corner. I know a couple of guys that are going off the bridges right now, and catching some. They're getting out there and catching 3 and 4 at a time. So that's a good sign. Of course, the weekends we're snapper fishing. We're blessed to have these September and October weekends, 3-day weekends to go snapper fishing. You've seen the pictures we've had. It's been really, really great pictures. So, and we can go just about anywhere too and catch them. I say anywhere offshore, of course. Also, the rivers are in great condition. You see the report every day. They're catching. I'm getting pictures of a lot of fish being caught in the rivers. Wrote down flounder gigging. Flounder gigging just started. Late summer flounder gigging, early fall is moving on strong. First time I've written this down in a while. I wrote down surf fishing. We're about to get into surf fishing, and I plan on doing it in probably another 2 weeks, maybe, starting getting serious about surf fishing as we hit into October. Folks, today's September, the 15th? We're halfway through September right now. I wrote down the frog gigging. I saw some pictures, I didn't show them yet, but it's a nice mess of frogs that's being gigged over there on the Choctawhatchee River system. We don't talk about that frog gigging enough over there in Choctawhatchee. You get up in some of those sloughs, the river's low now, really good time to go frog gigging. And these are big, healthy legs on these things. Bill Shields and Dennis Sauls went down to the river this past weekend. We went the weekend before, and we caught a few, but Dennis and Bill caught some really nice catfish. And you know, the size that we really like to eat, those size like that. So down there around Howard Creek and Sawless Creek area be good. All of that area be good. Also wrote down Choctaw Bay. I'm bouncing around the way I wrote things. Choctaw Bay, the Mid-Bay Bridge right here. Let's go. The Mid-Bay Bridge, folks, they're catching some speckled trout. A good steady flow of speckled trout catches have been there. So that's Choctawhatchee Bay. Let's move down to St. Andrew Bay. St. Andrew Bay, the fish I've seen this week have been the redfish have been good. The redfish have been really good, especially around the bridge there. Let's move down to St. Joe Bay. St. Joe Bay, the trout bite has been good in St. Joe Bay. The scallopers have thinned out. Definitely the scallopers have thinned out. And all through here in St. Joe Bay has been strong. And then after Pascagoula Bay, I just saw some good pictures. I didn't show them yet of some folks from Weeball going down catching some redfish. So that's our 4 bay systems. The main fish in each of our 4 bay systems have been in there pretty strong. So okay, so don't forget now, this afternoon will be the big tournament that Michael Harris is putting on, the registration, and then the fishing tomorrow, and then you'll go by and support him because all he's doing is just some good things for other people, which we talk about. Getting back to fishing, the deep tides, but the river's in good shape. Naturally, the moon, we had after new moon is tonight, so it's going to be a dark night. So if you get a chance, it's going to be a good weekend really to do some floundering in some of your honey holes. Be a good time for that. Got to start wrapping things up. Like I said, we had a good week. Thank you for all the feedback y'all send to us, and we appreciate the viewership. We thank our sponsors. We appreciate you using our sponsors, Small Business America, locally owned, and that's we really appreciate that. So y'all plan on doing some good things, and send us the pictures. We'll share with everyone, and I enjoy seeing everybody when I run into you. Y'all wave at me when you get a chance. I love talking to you. Do something good for another man or woman today, or do something good for your fellow man. You have a great weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.